Guys, time for my update of how my 401ks and my cash did in January. And you know what? Pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting these numbers. I was expecting a little bit lower, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Let's get right to it, okay? This is where I was when I retired in August of 2021. Exciting video, right? When people are just writing and not talking. Yeah, I know. Here's where I was when I retired. You see one 401k has a lot more than the other one. You see the cash, you see the total. So when I retired with a little over $500,000 in investment. Okay, that's what my whole channel is based on. I retired at 59, which is early retirement. Not, super early, but early, with a little over $500,000, and I'm doing okay. So here's where I stood then. Now, let me show you where I was last month, which would have been December, updating in January. So in one 401k, I was way down. I mean, I was like on the ledge, ready to jump. Uh-oh, I can't even read. And, God, this is terrible. Here's where I was last month, as opposed to when I retired, okay? Way down, right? Way down. I mean, it was not good. Let me show you the percentages of how bad it was. It was scary. I was this close. I was on the ledge. I was ready to. On one, I was down a whopping 17%. On the other one, I was down a whopping 22%. Look at that. I mean, when I retired in August of 2021, things were great. The market was going great. Everything was great. 3 months later, boom. I mean, just, as everyone knows, the bottom didn't drop out, but it was at the beginning of dropping out, right? So to be honest, if I could have foreseen that coming, I wouldn't have retired then. I would have waited to have that steady income coming in, right? Because when you're working, you look at a down market, it's time to buy. That's an opportunity. But if you're in retirement, it's the total opposite. I mean, it's just, with sequence of returns risks, all that stuff, I mean, it's the worst time. 10 years down the road, if you had a bad market, it's not going to hurt you as much. But right out of the gate, yeah, that's not a good time. Anyway, so that's where I was last month. Now, let me give you January's numbers. Again, not as bad as I thought. Maybe I should get some music going on. What do you think? Maybe like a little reggae or like, I don't know, a little 80s alternative. I love that. I love that era. So, here we go. I actually, boom, I was up. I'm up from last month. Look at that. I mean, I know we had a couple good weeks. I didn't foresee that at all. Okay, let me put in the actual percentages of where I am now compared to when I retired. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, if you look at my cash, you'll notice that I have an extra $1,000. Now, the reason for that is I took out $4,000 out of my 401k at the end of last year or early last month. Can't remember when. So I've taken that $4,000 got added to my cash. But I've also taken money out to live on. So that's why I'm up a little bit this month in cash. And what I'm going to do in the future is I am going to give you how I'm doing on YouTube as well. What YouTube is paying me. I'll be totally transparent about it. So far, doesn't look too bad. Because what I said in some other videos is that if I could just get something coming in to cover my mortgage, some kind of, online work, some side hustles or something, in this case, YouTube, or my writing, if I could ever find an avenue for that, if I could get something to come in and at least cover my mortgage, I'd be good. That's really all I need. So far, it's looking pretty good, but I'll give you guys the exact numbers. The way YouTube works is that it takes a full month to get earnings, and then partly into the next month until they pay out on that. But YouTube income can really fluctuate from month to month. So I'll be transparent on that and show you exactly how I'm doing on that. Okay. So again, here are my numbers. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with where it is. I didn't do anything different this month as far as investing, but what I'm going to do pretty soon probably is come out with a video on alternative investing. Now, what that is that something that, you might not think of when you think of, your main portfolio. This is something that I would invest maybe a couple percentage points of my portfolio into, at the very, very most 5% of my portfolio. So we're talking, I don't know, $1,000, $500, $1,500, whatever. Just something that, for me, I know, even though I'm a conservative investor, I get kind of antsy sometimes. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm sitting here and it's like watching paint dry, right? Oops, my battery is going down. I hope you guys can see me. It's like watching paint dry. I kind of get a little antsy. I want to maybe invest in something, I don't know about more risky, but definitely not mainstream. So what I'm talking about is what a lot of people have mentioned. Number one is like gold, investing in gold. Now, over the last decade, it's done pretty well. But if you go back like 40, 50 years, there are good and bad times. Okay, so that's one alternative I'm thinking about. Another one is, and this is something I was actually looking at when I first retired, very first month, because I was wanting to take just a tiny little bit out and try something new. Investing in pieces of art. It could be paintings, it could be sculptures, stuff like that. What I found out is that it's not correlated with the stock market at all. So I was actually thinking about doing that when I first retired, and then I bought a house, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't really have the money to do that anymore. So, stuff like that I'll be coming out with, and, I'll have some more as well in the video that'll be coming out probably in a month or two. So, yeah, so anyway, that's my update. That's how I did in January. Again, I'm happy. It's going good. Hopefully we can keep this up, guys, the momentum, and we'll see how we do, in the coming months. And you know what? Hey, as I've always said, stick to what you're doing. If you're confident in your strategy, stick to what you're doing, and we'll get through this. All right, guys, have a good day. Talk to you soon. Thanks.